Yo, we live, bro. We live. We're waiting for you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Come on, bro. Put your sound on. Yeah, I can hear you. What's up? How
Sounds
you?
on. How are you doing? So,
Yeah, yeah.
welcome everybody to the show. This is your host DP. We live. Don't forget, people. Please don't forget. Please don't forget. Like, subscribe, click on that. Click on Anthony Bell, the bell icon, just to get notifications when the show's going live. We got a lot of topics. We couldn't have shows because I don't think Ramaphosa wanted us to have shows. He contacted ESCOM and he said no, we can't have these brainers over giving us their tunes. So we couldn't have any shows because load shedding got the better of us. But we got a lot of topics for tonight. But we're gonna keep it a short and sweet show because we don't want to keep you guys take too much of you guys' time. So come on, if you want to add anything before we kick on to the show.
Yeah, I know. I just want to say welcome to everybody. I think it's been a while since we had a show. Uh, it's been a while since we had the Prachis, since we had the tunes. We'll be back waiting for our lost colleague. Yeah, when when you send those via Vibrate, those take long, and then they're coming back the next weekend. So two of our colleagues are missing, but yeah, we have to wait for them. We continue without them. The show must go on.
Yeah, I know the show must go on. We're gonna carry on with the show, but what we do, we won't go too much into details. But what we're gonna do, we can discuss some quick topics here and then. I think for a topic that we as friends we didn't really say we're gonna discuss it, but I think we really need to discuss it. Uh, Benzema, hey bro,
Bro,
that when I saw it,
that's
I
what
was
happens.
like,
That's what happens when you pay the docket. When you got crowned, you ride there with the Star Sea and the camels come, they pop you. Next thing you know, you're out on bail, you're playing ball, you're winning the what cup you won? Winning the Nations Cup, you're scoring hat tricks, and there you and back at the ranch, you're blackmailing your bras. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand.
yeah, I know it goes like that.
There's
Ed Tristan,
Benzema.
thanks for joining.
There's Benzema.
Thanks for joining, Benzema. We're just discussing
Hey,
as much as the topic
Benzema.
we said. We discussing Benzema, and my take on it is, bro, you got money, you don't go to jail because
Yeah,
it's
there's
good.
Ronaldo.
It's
There's
basic stuff,
Ronaldo.
bro.
There's
Yeah,
Ronaldo. He's a
Ronaldo
man.
also. So
Can I
so
say hello to
Ronaldo.
everyone?
Okay, yeah, okay. We'll wait for
Can
you,
I
Pip.
say
Can you
hello
say
to
hello?
everyone? How you doing, guys?
Colour
After the
time.
show
Guys,
suffered the
Bro,
after the
with
ACL,
colored time
we
mixing.
we
You
we
coming
we back in the game. We back in the game.
coming like those brainers. They only come to the reception. They don't invite to the church.
But anyway,
I
welcome
don't
to
understand.
everyone. What's
Oh well,
happening?
genuine, bro.
yeah, so
Carry
we
on,
were
DP.
discussing Benzema, and we think as much as we it wasn't something we were going to get into. I think it's a big topic that he gets off that case easy like that. And we were saying that if you got money, you can get off a lot of cases because look at Ronaldo accused
Yeah.
for rape, and what I never understand with all these big celebrities and big stars, they get caught for something, and they say, okay, shut up, we'll hit you with a small total. Isn't that like admission of guilt? I don't know nothing about law. I didn't study law. I did IT. But for me, I don't know. It's weird.
Listen, Jacob Zuma go off his rape cases, chance. This is nothing new. This is normal.
Hey,
It
you will
happens all
try.
over the
You.
world.
you
So Benzema, Jacob Zuma, Ronaldo, all the same WhatsApp group. I think Jacob Zuma must have gave some Benzema some advice. Just this is how you do things. Get off your case. There you go, son.
but then let's break it down, right? Let's break it down into its actual. We don't know the specifics around the case, but let's maybe talk about the fact that it's the World Cup next year. They don't have a recognized striker that's doing well. Maybe Parliament said, "Hey, listen, we need to win this World Cup. We'll be the first team to retain the World Cup. Make Benzema's thing go away." But now he's back in the national fold. He's playing well. He's scoring every single game for France. Um, I don't know. Football wise, I think at the end of the day, money's changed hands. Uh, world goes on. Let's keep moving.
One of you all sound like you're gonna asthma attack you.
I think it's me, yeah. I don't know why there's that breathing feedback here on this heavy breathing feedback.
Okay, so while while
Anyway,
while things sort out these asthma
Recording
issues,
there, you're recording
we're
an
gonna
animal
we're gonna
ground or something.
we're gonna go on a brief topic. We're not gonna go too much
Yeah,
into
let's
topics
move.
that I think that need to be discussed. And I think we're gonna start. I'm gonna start. We're gonna talk about the Norwich job, and it's a strange one because we I was looking at and Dean Smith got bombed. How's that, bro? Dean Smith got fired. Now I haven't been fired before, so I can't really say what it is. But if you get fired, you go home and you walk in the house, you upset, and you checking, yes, just I got bombed. What I'm gonna tell the fro. The man wasn't even out of a job for 8 days, bro. He wasn't even out of a job
Yeah,
8 days, and he walked into the Norwich crowd. But the funny thing is, bro, they were considering Frank Lampard and the Southampton boss, what Ralph Hudson, Hutzel, whatever his name is. But he wasn't even out of a job 8 days. Now I don't know why they didn't consider Lampard. But yo, just imagine, bro. The man never even invite to UIF. He never even go send in a line to say, "Hey guys, I'm unemployed."
yeah. If you go, you go.
listen,
You
this
you
is the
just give a
same.
late comment.
Yeah, this is the same situation where you got someone else, someone outside of your relationship, gunning you for years, and then when you break up, this chair is there. You know, she's after you, and Norwich, it happened at a perfect time for them because he is a good coach. He did good things for Aston Villa. We were surprised that Aston Villa sacked him, and at the right time, Norwich got him, and who knows, he could pull him out of this the situation. It's tight down there, and I think that's a good signing. Lampard was not ready for that. It's as good as taking over Man United position. That's a relegation
Yo,
position. You need to, you know, oh, I didn't mean it like that. You excel. I
Oh,
didn't mean it like that. But
and the
anyway,
graph is the exact same graph,
it's
same
the same thing.
bottom of the table in football. Agreed.
It's a big one. And Lampard wouldn't have. I don't think he would have succeeded on that. And it's a they made a good appointment. Huh?
yeah, no,
I
I don't know,
I
I don't
I
know. Come on,
I,
you got
I
no
got
opinion on
dust to
that.
say about Norwich.
Okay,
I
so
got dust.
be, be,
And the bottom scrapers let him go down. We're not busy. I'm busy with top of the
yeah,
log. You're
so
not busy
so
with bottom teams. Yeah.
so okay, so let's just get on to something that I know you might have opinion on. What about Spurs and Conte? Because he's a ex Chelsea man. He's the
Yeah.
regional rain man, bro. There's no
He's a
regional
regional
rain man
rain
like
man. Mm. Regional rain man. Yeah, same here like Melly's too. But you know what else? You know that shaking. This took into wherever he goes, he's got a magic touch, bro. Because you see when you rain and you come into a place, you make everybody rain, and that's what he does. I think he brings the best out of players. He brings the best out of his teams. I mean, he packed, but Spurs wanted him. If you remember, he was Spurs' first choice before Nuno got the craft, and he turned Spurs down. Surprisingly, he came back with a he came. Listen to how with his comeback, Liza, this throw up he came with. He turned Spurs down, and his initial response was that they lacked his ambition as a club. Uh, it was when there was a reliable source or reliable quotes. What happened was then 3 months down the line, Nuno obviously messed up. They came back in for him, and I think they came in perfectly timed because I think Man United would have scooped him if they didn't. And what happened was he was out of a graph. Always came with a jube jube. You know when it always come with a jube jube and you're on a graph. Always say man thought to himself, let me go to Spurs. Uh, I watched two of their games. I think he's got a big job on his hand. He's got good players. Uh, I don't see their spark. For me, Spurs play best when they've got an attacking midfielder at number 10 who's firing. If you remember correctly, when Pochettino was there, it wasn't the fact that Harry Kane and Song were doing well. If no one's creating chances for Harry Kane and Son, for me, Ericsson was their main. No, Ericsson and Dele Ali, because Dele Ali was on form that time. When those two O's were creating chances, Spurs were really a team to beat. You couldn't just beat Spurs. Now they don't have that. I mean, if you look at who they're playing in the midfield, they're playing Harry Winks. They're playing bro Dombolo. You know Dombolo, that thing you chow with the dumplings, all those playing
Oh,
all
bro,
those in the
that
midfield. How
oh,
you? I
you
don't.
see,
Spurs are
with
gonna
them,
battle.
See with him, they Conte had a graph on a shutdown and he thought he was the boss. You know the one you're gonna shut
Yeah,
down, you're working 12 hours a day, you're earning big cash. And then the money
sure.
when they came and offered you to no, I don't want a permanent graph, I'm live here. Then
Yeah.
he came back, he was unemployed. They said, hey, see ya, we're not gonna give you the same shutdown money, we're gonna give you nice
Unemployment
money.
count was klar. Unemployment count was
Unemployment, bro, when
klar.
you're unemployed, you gotta take half a loaf is better than
Yeah.
none, bro.
I,
So
I
me,
personally think he's probably regretting it now because the Man United graph is available. I think it's the biggest job in football. But anyway, we'll get there just now. But
we'll get there, we'll get there.
I honestly think he'll do well with Spurs. He'll qualify them for maybe Europa. That's the best. I don't see them doing anything better than that unless they really click into gear. Yeah. Anyway,
And your thoughts on Spurs and Conte?
And I think Conte will stabilize that ship there, because if you don't, then it's hot ones. And I think he made it clear. That's what he did at the first
okay,
half.
Sherman.
I mean, the last game against they were 1-0 down. They came back second half and against Leeds, and they won. The stats showed from the first half to second half what happened in that change room. Threats were given. Conte don't play, so
I don't play.
so I think he will stabilize and then get the board, get Daniel Levy to just open a pocket a bit there and bring in new players. And who knows, he could challenge a bit more next season. He's a top coach. Top coach.
So I
Yeah.
left it on the Liverpool and Arsenal discussion because you a Liverpool supporter, and I think it's important that we started Liverpool supporters 2 years ago. That's gonna come out your mouth.
I know what's important about this,
Can,
gents.
can I ask a question, people? What's your take on Steven Gerrard moving to Villa?
Uh, I think just quickly, Liverpool Arsenal. We go to that. They come on. I think Liverpool Arsenal just showed again, gents, uh, that no matter what, I mean, we spoke about the depth. We've been arguing about depth from the beginning. The depth of this.
From the
We've been
beginning of the
arguing. We've
show.
been arguing about this depth for
Blue
long.
dip. No blue dip.
You know, blue depth. We've been arguing about the depth, and there's players coming onto the pitch for Liverpool and they're performing. You didn't like
Like
Jota.
who?
You don't like Jota, and
Like
he's
who?
performing. He's done it. Jota is doing it. I
I
mean,
like Jota. I don't like
uh,
Firmino.
You
Firmino
don't
came
like
on,
Firmino like you were surely with a sticky that was in school with you and he
yeah,
got
No,
him
what
for
kind
you.
next?
How can you
I
He's
put
don't.
performing.
Firmino
He's
there?
scoring. He's doing what he
I,
needs
I
to
don't.
do.
I don't. What he's scoring? Where is he
My
scoring? He couldn't. The
Firmino,
man couldn't
before
score
he
in
got
Mario.
before he
Remember, when he's
before
drunk, he wouldn't pick up a cherry. What
listen
scoring? Where
before he got
Firmino
his
scoring? Because he
before
scored
he
a
got
hat
his
trick.
hamstring.
His first hat trick
Listen,
he scored in his life. He's playing for 15 years. Hey, no,
listen. Firmino's a creator. He does bring players into the game.
creator.
He does create. Our front three
Yeah, no, he's a
scored. I
creator.
told you.
Correct.
I
He's not.
told you
He's not a
about
number
this.
9.
I
That's my
told you
point.
about this. We got Salah more than 20. You've got Jota and Mane that's going to get more than 15. There's no other team
Yeah.
in the top three that will do that. So as long as we keep our players,
As long as you keep them fit.
as long as we keep them fit.
So
And
just a
so,
quick
but
one.
back
So
on
we
the
have
Gerrard. Yeah, yeah.
sorry,
Okay.
just a quick one. We have Carlos Dustin that stated Firmino was a fan favorite for Liverpool. And he is a fan favorite. You got
There's
to
a
be
reason
honest
for
about
that.
that.
He links up play. He's a number 10 for me. That's my concern. He's a good number 10. He's a striker's ass. That's what he is. He can't
And
score
let me
goals.
tell you, come
He
on,
will not. Firmino will not get you 10 goals. He hasn't got 10 goals
it's
in his
fine.
life.
Come
He
on,
could even
listen,
bribe 10 goals. It's true, Pete.
listen. All
That's
right,
facts. Go to you.
you spoke about Spurs needing that type of player for Harry Kane.
Yes, correct.
Teams need these type of players. You
Yes, no,
can't
I
have
agree with you.
everybody.
I know, I agree with you.
So
But you see that with the absence of Coutinho, who was that playmaker, for me, things falling into for me, if you all play Jota every game, Jota's a better number 9 than Firmino. That's all I'm saying.
no,
I'm
100%.
not gonna,
No,
I'm not
hundred
gonna
percent.
comment
Okay, fair
anymore. That's
points,
my
fair
point.
points.
I was that touch, that flick onto
Hey,
Mane.
see, he
Mom, you
take
can never.
no.
That
How was his
pass,
goal?
that
I
pass.
say he
Oh,
take both. He take that striker. That was still on his way to Christmas for Christmas lunch. That was on his
still.
way. He's still sliding now for Christmas lunch. That the keeper Ramsey was
I
having
was
a
I was
screamer.
watching
That man is
the
there now
I was
getting his
watching the
Christmas
Arsenal game
cake.
with a big I was watching the Liverpool and Arsenal game with a big Arsenal supporter Otaikis. And before we got the game, he said to me, he said, watch, we're gonna thrash Liverpool. I said, hey, Tykes,
Not
I'm
an
glad you're saying
answer.
this when you're
Not an
sober.
answer.
I'm glad you say this when you're sober. Watch how your defenders are gonna cry. Hey, the man. You know when you can see how he goes from happy to extremely sad. But the only reason why he didn't give us score because we both lost. But yo, bro, you all ran over there, man. That's
Yeah,
all.
Oh,
powerful. We
You
were
run,
very powerful.
like after Lucas
I,
Rita
I,
was outside the goal and you say no money enough, bro. You slept him in, now
yeah,
you jump for
it, it,
what?
it,
Richard
it
Lukes
was
is
a
why like
powerful.
this, why like this. No angles, no
Yeah,
angles.
it was a powerful performance. But back to your question here, Como, I think there was a good not because I'm a Liverpool supporter for years, with Gerrard being, up there in terms of a top player for the team. But what he's done, he's proven a track record for Rangers. He's got them their cup after the Premier, that Champions, the Premier League, Scottish Premier League. Um, after
This
10
is the
years, they've been
remix.
battling. After
This
10
is
years,
the remix.
they've been battling to get that, and he's done that. And since he's been there, he's improved. So I think he does deserve it. He needs his flowers for that position. I wouldn't if someone
I don't
asked
know.
me,
I
hey,
don't know what he's done to
Gerard,
deserve it. He went to coach
listen,
Rangers. Don't go.
listen,
Don't tell
listen,
me. No, don't tell me
listen.
you
You
go and
asked, listen,
coach.
listen,
Don't.
listen,
Okay.
listen. That job's not easy. Come on, it's a pressure job. No matter what league it's in, it's a
Rangers
pressure job. Go be the coach for Boca Juniors. Go there. Go be the
for
coach for
Rangers.
Boca Juniors. It's pressure. So I
So
do think it's a
yeah,
good it's a good opportunity for him. He can't come coach Liverpool. We're not Man United where we're giving connection
hey,
calls.
you can't take
He's
so many
not ready
shots.
for
You,
Liverpool.
I'll put your camera off and I'll put your mic off. We're gonna move on to Aston
No.
Villa. We're gonna
Yeah,
get to Man United because you keep
No.
taking
Let's move
shots.
on from. Let's move on from Aston Villa. I think we've discussed enough. There's no
yeah,
Aston
yeah,
Villa
for
supporters
sure.
there.
Yeah,
Let's just
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
the
I'm
elephant.
okay with this.
Let's
There's
just
nothing
get to
much to
the
talk.
elephant in the room. You know.
Okay,
Just before I want to share something with you. Just before I joined this podcast, you check. I was parking with my daughter, and we're watching The Lion King. You know how The Lion King starts? The elephant in the room and I enjoy. But what you know, there's the elephant. I said, yes, I now let's address the elephant in the room.
hey, bro. Okay,
Please.
let me start with the
Don't
club before we get to
stutter. Don't
coaches.
stutter. You don't
Let
talk
DP
like
let
that.
let
Bro,
let
we
DP go
we
first.
Go
Let DP
first.
go.
we a
Let
terrible
DP go
run
first.
club.
Raise your hand. Raise
And
your hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God.
I swear to tell the truth,
Do your thing,
the
bro.
whole
I'm,
truth.
bro. I'm coming closer. I'm even. Bro, do your thing, bro. I'm listening.
Hey, bro, I won't lie. Yeah. I was watching our game yesterday.
How do you feel? Darren
Frustrated.
Phillips, how
I
do you
was
feel? How do you feel
swearing. I
right now?
was, bro. When same watch,
Can
but
I ask
watch,
you? Can I ask you
my
to forget about?
heartbeat,
Can
bro.
I ask you to forget about yesterday's game? Let's
Yeah.
forget. Let's talk about when the game that got Ollie fired. Let's build it up. The game that game that got Ollie fired. Ollie being fired, and then if you really feel you need to feel happy about something and throw some sparkles, talk about last night,
Let
please.
the
No, man,
man
talking about
go. Let the
sparkles.
man
Yo,
go.
yo, yo, yo.
DP.
Yeah, at the game they got only fired, bro.
Watford.
Let me tell you something a bit about me. You know me, I'm at United. How I feel about United. So the O said, hey, we're gonna start Indo, and it's the exact same time we started Indo the game United, but it got a board there by the Westfield campus. So I said, okay, no problem. I'll start. We'll play Indo. I know the O's will die. O's got big stomachs. The O's are not gonna last for Indo. And I
Sure.
came in. I put my phone on, and I saw two goals. We're losing. Meantime, it was a penalty, missed penalty. And you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, what's going on? Bro, Watford was playing with prime Barcelona against us. I'm watching, I'm saying, bro, how are we so bad? I'm talking about bad, bad. Just you sit there and you say to yourself, yo, 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 yo. You swear this, Ole, I don't know what is going on, Ole. But my perspective, is it Ole to blame or is it the players to blame? Now, my take on it is Ole got us to a point where he did very well from when the last coach left. He did very well. He had built a good team. He did well. Our hopes were high, but his tactics were bad. And I think what was the strange thing is, the game where Ole got fired, left Mulder. You know who scored against him? Van der Beek. You know who scored the final game goal when he's with his last job at Man United? Van der Beek. How's that for karma, bro? And how can you bench the man his whole career at United, bro? And then you bring the man on, and the man brings a goal for you. It's I don't even know what to say, bro. I've never been so disappointed and frustrated at the same time that I also, I'm not gonna watch your game. Hey, bro, let's go. Let's do it between. I'm not really
You see,
interested now, guys.
DP now, I saw in the news. I think I sent this clip to you. Manchester United are considering bringing an interim coach. The interim coach could be what's his name, Wayne Rooney, or what's the other one? Pip, I sent to Darren Fletcher
There
or
was a lot of
someone.
names, bro. There was Wayne
Another
Rooney.
connection calling, sir.
He got uncle in the
Oh,
furniture business,
how
bro.
many
That's who I
cousins you
saw.
got? How many cousins you got? You see, bro, I'm thinking about it now, right? And now apparently you want to get Pochettino to come and coach you all. And I was parking and thinking of this analogy of how you're trying to get Pochettino to come. And I thought about it. You know who Man United reminds me of? See, Man United reminds me of those cherries that were fire in high school. You know those buttes, those ones that hey, no one could touch them. They only used to walk with their chin in the air and what and what and what and
Don't mention names.
now they're graphing at Ned Bank. They got six lights here. They're looking like an elephant. Now you want to go back and go back to that. That's what Man United is right now. You're on the bottom of the bro. You're that cherry in high school that used to be lacquer. That's never gonna be lacquer again. I honestly
Hey.
think no matter what you'll do, who you'll bring, who you'll pray, maybe you must move to Saudi Arabia. I don't know, bro. You see, I honestly speaking, I'm telling you now, you remind me of how maybe Leeds used to be. No, I never Leeds was fighting back in the day, or maybe even Spurs, or maybe
One
even
of our biggest
maybe it will be
enemies.
Aston Villa in 5 years' time. You see,
Blackburn.
Blackburn Rovers,
Yo, man, call us
bro.
Blackburn.
But listen, it's the decision making from the board that's the problem here.
That's the big problem.
Like you fire Ole, and then you leave the same staff that supported him to now lead the team.
Pip,
It
I,
just
Pip,
doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
one of my brothers SMS me and shown that's like the firing the driver of a taxi and asking and making the conductor take you to the same place. You're gonna go to the same place. You come with the same
Yeah.
tactics, and we saw it last night. United were the same. Maybe you pull one player out, put one player in. They were United
Exact
were
same.
poor up until even when Ronaldo scored that goal, they were poor. I
So
watched
Well,
the
so
game
so
bro,
yesterday, bro.
if you
yeah.
watch the game and you think we played good last night and you I don't know what, you took an ecstasy and you were
Boo.
smashing watching that game because
I never said you all play good. I said it was the same
no,
boring,
no. I
No.
said
boring
if you watch that
tactics.
game as a
No,
United supporter and you thought we played good, I don't know what
no.
pulled you smashing.
You
You
see,
need to
did
change
you
him.
DP, did you watch before the game what how ruthless Paul Scholes was? Paul Scholes shown if he was Michael Carrick and they offered him the craft in the same scenario, he would have said no. You see, he would have been so embarrassed that he was part of. You see, because he went to United's training ground, and what happened at United's training ground? Oli was making Michael Carrick and Mike Phelan take the training sessions, be with the players. All he did was pick the team based on what they said and went out and watch them play because in England now, it's a difference between being a coach and a manager. The
Hmm.
coaches work with the players. The manager cools off. The coaches take the training sessions. They do everything to, and then they come and give feedback. Hey, bro, this is what happened. This is what happened. This was doing well. That was doing well. I think you should start this so this week. Start that out, and then all it takes is information and goes with it. So Paul Scholes says these O's let him down. How can United still have trust in these O's? Even if he was Michael Carrick, he would say, "No, I don't want the car. Give it to somebody else. I've let this team down. I loved him so much. I can't continue to do this." I was like, "Oh,
But that's exactly the analogy you gave just now. That's like that same pretty sticky approaching you after she broke up with Tristan saying, check here, hey Tristan, it wasn't working out. I was actually
You,
ready for you in the beginning.
you,
And
you
I
know
know
you
you,
know
come on. I know
it's
you're gonna say Tristan and me are not close, right?
you know
yeah,
it's such a sticky and funny situation. There, Carrick was in a, I think it was post match interview, or yeah, post match interview with after Champs League, and you're saying that he went and approached Ole, and first
Mm,
person he spoke to ask him, hey, you know what, is it okay for me to take? Yeah, that's so it's ugly, and if they do get Valverde, which it looks like to get the interim position,
mhm.
he's a coach that managed but failed at Barcelona.
I
You know,
think the
so
Carrick was the Carrick situation was a PR move. I spoke to Ole and said that's a PR move, bro. You work for you got your
yeah,
own company. That's a PR move, public relations. This is what you need to say. Even the
bro."
interview, his first interview was like, oh no, and this and Maguire was like, oh no, we need to take the blame as a
Can
player
I
and
can
look at
I
ourselves, bro. Come
can
on.
I can I add on that, Gents, before with the players' interviews afterwards? They they had to bomb Ole after, especially De Gea's interview. De
Yo, the
Gea
girls' interview was
mentions
bad.
he mentions that we
We don't
can't
know what
defend,
to do with the
we can't
ball.
control, we don't know what to do with the ball. That means the next day your coach has to get fired, because how
Mm.
can you still continue as a manager? You're looking at De Gea, who's your
And your
senior
players are
player, and
telling
he's
you we got
telling the
no
world
idea.
we don't know
No
what we're
idea.
doing.
They
Yeah, I know
say
So
that's
hey, it's
installing
quite
a
deep.
caretaker manager before installing an interim manager, before installing another manager in the summer. A caretaker who was part of the failed setup, and an interim manager is now. That's exactly how the failed setup began. People making decisions that Man United do not know understand football.
yeah, no, definitely the Glazers, bro. The Glazers, they only in it for profit.
PP,
There's
my
not,
question
there's
is
no,
this: if they decided they're gonna fire Ole, how can they not have someone ready, bro? Yeah, this is the biggest team in the world in terms of fan. How can they not have somebody on the spot, mom? Just with a
jogging on the spot.
ready to Ghana, mom. Yeah,
Bro, you think you sitting there and asking a question. What about us as fans for many years? We
yeah.
sitting there thinking, I watched our game last night, and this is my take. So a lot of people ask me, hey, what you think now with Carrick? I said, it's a new coach. Everybody's gonna come like a new broom. No, blazing ready. It was the same nonsense.
Same. I
Uh,
know.
same. I'm
They're not
sitting, I'm watching.
they're not That's not a new boom. They're not gonna pitch up for Carrick,
That's
bro.
my point.
Yeah,
They'll pitch up for
That's my
Pochettino
point.
possibly, because he's a top coach. Yes, he hasn't won things in 12
But
years or
but people,
whatever as a coach. He's a good coach, and if he does have opportunity, I think
people,
Pochettino could turn around things at Man United. It's
people.
possible. The players he
Okay,
has at Como are not bad players. A lot of those
people.
players can come into both the Chelsea and
Can I
Liverpool's
ask
team
a
and
question?
play.
Can I
So
ask a question, people? Would you, if you were Mauricio Pochettino, coaching Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Verratti, that Donnarumma, that whole team to come and coach Fred, McTominay, and Maguire. Would you? And
bro,
you're parking seven. No, wait,
bro,
and you're parking seventh in the log. You've never won a trophy in your life as a manager. He's 11 points clear of in the French league. He's 11 points clear. He has a chance to win his first trophy. Well, he won one other cup when he first joined. To win his first league, and you want to come to a team that's seventh that will win the league. You know when they're going to win the league, Manchester United. You know when they're going to win the league, bro? When a
when
new COVID comes up, when something else comes up, or maybe when it's global warming, it's full. United will win the
listen,
no,
league.
guys.
I agree with
By the way,
Como
Why would he do that,
with the
bro? Why would
Pochettino.
he?
It
Why,
does,
would
why
you do it,
wouldn't
and
sister?
okay,
and
listen. So
that's
just
Would
why
you?
they're
Would
going for
you do it?
Valverde.
but listen on this, right? The permanent coach is only going to come in the summer. He's only going to come in the summer.
Yeah, they
So
want Pochettino
Poch
in the
by then
summer.
would have, yes, they'll get Pochettino in the
You would have
summer.
won the league already.
You would have won the league.
I see
Listen,
your
as a
point. I see your
manager,
point.
listen, these managers, bro, they've only got a ceiling. It's either they win at PSG, and what's my next challenge? You've got all the best players. Players that people can come and say, "Oh, you won the league with the greatest players in the world." All right, here's your challenge. You got Man United. You got half a team that's great, and the other are useless. Turn this thing around. It's a great challenge for him. I think
I
they'll
hear
have
you.
Valverde
Point,
in
fair
to
point.
stabilize, and if Valverde does very well, he'll have to stay. He has no choice. But if he just makes it, Pochettino,
Yeah,
they bro, check it.
fair
I
point.
don't know if
Fair
you
point.
saw.
I hear
They
you.
me- this is all set up. There was a signature, but this is the market. So there's a Man United fan who saw Pochettino inside a PSG team hotel, and Pochettino was happy to get an autograph. Now this is the news. Sky Sports also clickbait, but everything's leading towards Pochettino. If you
Yeah,
don't get Pochettino, the fans are gonna say out with Glazers again, because you're not meeting
I watched
Okay,
his
okay,
possibility.
interview.
hear me
His
out.
interview
Hear me
yesterday.
out.
He was very upset. Yeah, Pochettino
Who's
was
this?
very upset about Pochettino. They're
Yeah,
playing.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
playing. He's in Manchester United. In Manchester tonight. PSG is playing Man City. He was very upset about the question. Tune, the media must stop this. He says he's worked in England. He knows the media. He said when he was a coach at Espanyol, he once said his dream was to meet Alex Ferguson. He says, I can bet you people will start resurfacing those old things and putting it out of context. I know he's just saying this, but maybe he
Yeah,
means it. He says, I'm here till 2023. I got the best players in the world. My job is to win the Champions League with this team. Why would I want to leave? Stop trying to put poison in this team. We are playing a big game tonight. We're focusing on tonight. Da, 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 da. So I don't know. I don't know.
I know. I
He's not
watched
going to
the
win the
interview.
Champions
Also,
League.
he said, "I'm playing soccer all my
Ah,
life. I played soccer, and rumors
yeah,
are parts of
he
soccer."
was saying, I'm not a child. I'm not a child. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
you
there's a
see,
question from Colin Thurston. What's our thoughts on Zidane?
I
Hey,
think it's actually strange that no one's talking about Zidane as this great football manager. It's actually a disservice to people who either like people who talk a lot, who are fancy. Zinedine Zidane is the only coach he'll go on. I don't think what he done will ever be repeated. To win the Champions League 3 times in a row, bro, it was unheard of to retain it, to win it again. He won it again, and won it again, bro.
and then you get the guys that say,
It's
he
amazing
had
you're
a
not diving for him.
he had a good team. No, no, no.
Of
So
course, he
so
had a
the,
good team.
no, no. Listen to what
How,
I'm saying.
how many good teams there are in this world?
I'm not finished. What I'm saying is, there's guys that are saying he had a good team and it was ready made for him. No, bro, we got a good team. Our team's
Listen,
good, bro.
Pep
Why
hasn't
then
won the
why hasn't
Champions
Pep
League with
won it yet?
City. He hasn't won it with City.
Why didn't he win it with Bayern?
Why
Why
didn't
didn't you why,
why
why didn't you
why
win it twice with Barca?
exactly
That Barca team was
No,
exactly
magnificent.
so you'll know my take. Me personally, I want Eric Ten Hag from Ajax, and the way I see it, let me finish. The way I see it, United, they approached it. They really did approach Zidane. They really did approach Eric. They really did approach it. But all is also saying, hey, check here, we can't leave now mid-season. Get your interim O. Get Valverde. You were standing by UIF office yesterday. You were standing there in a line. He was about 17th in a line for a graph. Get him in now, and we'll take the job for a new season. That's where I see it.
Yeah,
So I don't
coaches
know.
coaches
My
want to
preference is
build
still Ten Hag.
that preseason run. It's 2 months. You build, you switch with the players, you work with them, you get to know them, you understand your philosophy. Now, when you're coming in mid-season, they still brainwash from the previous coach. I saw something on Sky Sports today, and it said this about Zidane. That you Have you ever thought that Zidane is actually waiting for the PSG graph? He
yeah
doesn't want. Zidane doesn't
yeah
want to go to Manchester
yeah
because his wife doesn't like Manchester. He doesn't speak English. Zidane's waiting for the knock-on effect. You all take Pochettino, he
yeah
slips into
yeah
PSG.
that's what I was checking as
Like
well.
say,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
close off the show, I said to you, I want to come see you, I want to come test your Braino's knowledge. I know you're only busy with one
Yo,
about
yo, yo, yo.
Leeds and Whalers and Cherians. I'm gonna give you a small quiz here, right? This is between the two of you. Royal Rumble, right?
I'm all popping
African
it.
But you're
players.
asking us questions.
I'm asking you questions here, bro. It's a pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz.
Hey,
Who's the only African player to win the Champions League 3 times?
Samuel Eto'o,
Who did you win it with?
Barcelona,
how, bro? Obviously,
And
all the Barcelona.
hey,
and
Inter
and
Milan.
who else? And Inter Milan. Yeah, you won it with
Okay, Tristan,
Mourinho and Inter
Tristan,
Milan.
Tristan, 1 point. DP, don't come
You want
can't
me?
creep in
How?
with
You
your
want me to
Malay.
I
give you the
said Inter
coach who you
Milan.
Right,
wanted with?
relax, relax. Let's move on. We need to finish the show after this question. Right, who's the only player to win a treble? Like treble and treble
African.
this year. We're talking African players here. He won a treble this year, which means he won the league, his League Cup, and the Champions League. He left that team, went to another team. When he got there, league, Champions League, and a cup. Who's the only African player to do that?
Fred.
Go, come, Jay. Let's finish show. Come, Pip,
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Pip,
I don't like this discrimination on the African
Pip.
players story.
Guess, son. Guess. Come on. Hmm.
Essien.
No man.
Okay, no point. Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o did it at Barcelona. He left Barcelona. He won it at the table at
Inter.
Inter Milan.
Shit.
All right, moving on. Who's the only African player to win the Ballon d'Or?
Uh,
Benny
uh,
McCarthy.
no, where
George Weah.
1-1 DP. George Weah.
oh, I said where, man.
No, you did. Which coach? Which famous coach found George Weah and took him to Marseille?
Yeah, I
from
know this. I
Africa,
was watching
Tumor,
that the
the
other
famous
day.
coach.
Arsene Wenger.
2-1,
Yeah.
2-1, 2-1, 2-1 a peep.
Danke,
Okay.
son.
Who's the only South African player to win the Champions League?
Penny
Quinton
McCarthy.
Fortune. Penny McCarthy.
2-2.
Yeah.
Slow, too slow, so slow. And the final one, son. The final one. Which African player has won the African Football of the Year the most? It's a tie. There's two of them. They're currently both sitting on 4 African Footballers of the Year. Which two African players have won it the most?
Hey,
Kante.
joke. And Samuel Eto'o.
And
Kante.
the winner is Peep.
Danke,
Hey,
son.
Kante's from
and
France, bro.
I'm
The two African footballers, the two African footballers two African footballers who won it the most is Samuel Eto'o won it 4 times and Yaya Toure won it 4 times.
I
actually,
like
I
this
even
quote.
muted.
I
I
like this
even
quote.
muted Tristan's mic, bro, and I didn't even.
Beautiful
I didn't
show,
even win it.
beautiful show, beautiful show. Love and peace.
Thank you guys for pitching up for the show.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate everybody.
Please
Don't
subscribe.
forget to
Please
like,
subscribe and
subscribe, click on Anthony Bell so that you can get notifications. Guys, thank you guys. That's the end of the
Yes,
show.
guys.
It was a
Salute.
great one.
Sure,
See you
thanks,
guys.
All right.
Laka,
Okay.
Ngolo Kante
Sure.
is African. Ngolo Kante is African.
Hey.
Change your ways. Change your ways.